Hello miners, Rusty coming at you. Today we're going to take a look at the new Revo Canyon. Sorry about that. Got the name mixed up here. This is a button lock knife that's new for Revo. And I saw some sale somewhere and decided to check it out. And ended up getting 3 of them for 45 bucks with free shipping. Now is that a good deal, Rusty? I don't think so. So, my mama told me, if you can't say anything nice about something, you shouldn't say anything nice at all. So we can either sit here for the next 3.5 minutes and just sit in silence, or I'll give you my opinion as best as I can on this knife. So, the Revo Canyon, I found out after I ordered it, comes in 4 CR13 MOV. And one of the best things about it, I think it's one of the best knife steels when it comes to sharpening. So when it comes to sharpening 4 CR, it's going to be hard to beat. It's in maybe some of the top 10% of knife steels out there. It also is pretty corrosion resistant, and what I'm trying to show you guys is a little chip here. So this knife came in a clam package, and I haven't used it, and it came with a wonky chip on there, which kind of sucks. I did run it across a strop and took off what looked like a big old burr. Having said that, relatively sharp. And I don't mind the blade grind with the angles. There is no point to the knife. And when I say no point to the knife, what I mean is this kind of point. Not very stabby. So it's just all belly, if you will, if you want to get out, I mean, my goodness, something like that. Let's check out the handles. It's pretty lightweight. I can put the specs in the description, and it has this nice plastic, for as far as plastic goes, that looks like, simulated to look like carbon fiber. So it just has this checkering in there. We don't have any screws on here. The liners are not skeletonized, but they're made out of a nice thin, like aluminum for weight, so it's not very thick. It has there's your pivot screw, which I have not monkeyed with, and your pocket clip, which I will say is not too shabby. Recess screws, and there's the lanyard. No back spacer. We have nice barrel spacers. We actually have a nice, in my opinion, button lock. And it's a good example of seeing a button lock at work. So you can see that button's going to pop in to this piece here. There you go. And when you push it, releases. And we're going to see, comes around, and it's going to set right in here when it comes around. So this is actually, we can get that. Okay, it's a nice example, nice view of a button lock at work. It doesn't have any real, what shall we say there? It stands out there. There's no inset, so it's out there. And one thing I've noticed is it's sort of actually hard, because when you can depress it and when you push down on it and you think you're all the way, it's still not. Okay, so yeah, I have to press pretty hard for it to go just that extra distance. Now that might be nice if it's a safety feature, if your thumb gets on here like that. But when you're trying to play with this thing, you find yourself really squeezing right there just to get the knife to, if you want to fidget it. Deployment's not so bad. you can do that. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, not too shabby for either. Ergos actually aren't so bad. Well, let me correct that. If you want to hold the knife right where it is, it's okay. But if you want to move this knife, you get this pinky right on that corner. So it's not, it is a pain right there. Right here, doesn't feel like the most, I don't know what you would call it, natural position for my hand. This feels like the most natural, and my pinky's coming on that end. This position feels like I'm choked up, like I'm on top of the blade. And that's how you have to be to get all 4 fingers on the blade. So in summary, you could also get this knife as a freebie from Blade HQ. They could sell them. They were selling them at a reduced price of $15 plus shipping off of their website. And that's why when you get 45, I thought I was getting a deal. I'll probably, give them away to some new beginners type of a thing. But they got some of the cheapest steel you can use for knife steel. And then ergos aren't quite cutting the mustard. But for less than 20 bucks, you get a button lock. So that's the end of the review, guys. Thanks for joining the miner. Hey, I suppose it's only fair if I do a size comparison. So this is a small feldspar. I believe we're looking at about a 3-inch blade. Not sure. It's been a while since you guys probably looked at a feldspar review. But I'm carrying that with me. And that's what we're looking at when it comes to a size comparison. So there's a feldspar in the hand. It does feel a little smaller in the handle. And this one feels bigger. Actually, it's pretty decent on ergos when you come to that. Now, my feldspar here. Lay this out so you can see much, I think, thicker this way. Thanks again, guys.